Today, we're here to discuss the legendary car manufacturer Ford Motor Company. Ford became the top-selling car in the U.S. in 1906, and it just seemed like everybody had one. However, the 5 times Le Mans winners have had a lot of difficulties of late with their cars. Given that, will the 2023 Ford Ranger be worth it, or is it just going to add to its deteriorating reputation? Let's find out. Just a heads up, it's not here yet. The car is yet to hit the market, but since the Ford Ranger 2022 turned out to be such a disappointment, everyone is already weighing in. Well, you know how it is when a new model is being launched, and we've to say that no publicity is bad publicity. The fact is that not having been able to meet market expectations might have been a huge hit for Ford Motors, and they might also want to prepare the public about what to expect, really. Now, that is a smart move. The more they know what the 2023 Ford Ranger offers, the better equipped they'll be to make a decision. Going through bookings and the waiting period is a bit much for all consumers, so when the vehicle finally arrives, it has to be perfect to be acceptable. We get the pressure, Team Ford, we do. So why are we talking about it when it ain't even here? Because some of the details are out, and we would never hold out on you guys. Well, first off, if you're in a hurry to get a ride, we suggest not waiting for the 2023 Ford Ranger. For one, the production has not even begun. From what we've heard, production will start in October of this year, and we all know what that means. Wait, where does that put the delivery date? As per our information, somewhere at the beginning of 2023, and we aren't counting the delays that the company might have to face, like the supply chain issues. And thanks to COVID cropping up every now and then, companies are now also running into transportation issues. Another reason why you should really think this purchase over is the price factor. It is costlier than the last Ford Ranger, but given the inflation we're experiencing, that really doesn't come as a surprise. But if you have a budget, you might as well look elsewhere. While the 2023 Ford Ranger looks pretty bomb, it might not have the power to back up its style. What a shame. We were quite taken with the pictures that have recently been shared by the company. The fate of this truck depends entirely on how much more can the manufacturers add to it. It has to have some serious upgrades to be worth the price range, which would range somewhere between $28,000 and $48,000 depending on the specs you'd want. This is minus the fee a car dealership might charge you. Yikes. Let's back up a little. Going back to the previous model of the upcoming Ranger, drivers reported quite some issues. Built for adventure, Ford might have to rethink its marketing. Well, we may have a problem. One of the most prominent problems is that of the electrical system. Now, it's not just one thing, but a number of things that have left the customers absolutely frustrated. The engine shuts off on its own, entirely on its own, when stopping at a signal. Can you imagine that? Not only is this annoying and can cause anxiety for the driver, but this is also incredibly dangerous as well. We do hope this is sorted out for the upcoming truck, because what even? Or a couple of them, really. The rear seats are extremely cramped. Yeah, we aren't making this up. You don't want to invest in this car if you have people to travel with. The legroom is non-existent, and the seats are not designed for comfort. While there are speculations as to whether this will change or not, we suggest not opting for the newer model until you are sure. No one wants to be on an uncomfortable ride, especially if it's a long journey. The customers were so annoyed with the 2022 Ford Ranger that they came to the conclusion that the only adventure this machine has been built for is a trip to the junkyard. Ouch. Another problem is the windshield of the car. Recently, Ford recalled as many as 24,000 Ranger models because in the event of a crash, the windshield could detach. Detach? Are you kidding us? Like what? We are just out of words at this point. Was this vehicle not tested? How is it even in the market? To compensate, Ford took complete responsibility and created a provision that the Ranger owners could go to the nearest dealership and get their windshields reinstalled free of charge. Adding to this, they also reimbursed people who had experienced this incident and had gotten the windshields fixed themselves. Honestly, this is the least they could have done. We aren't really impressed. If this is what people got with the 2022 Ford Ranger, we can't say that we are excited about what they might come up with for the 2023 one. Right now, it feels like a safety hazard, and that is something your transport should never feel like. We'd say steer clear of this one until it had been made sure that things have improved. But we do think that the bigger brother is more popular. That's right, customers have reported that they'd much rather ditch the Ranger for the best-selling F-150. We've to agree the latter is better with more features and overall truck size. Let's do a quick comparison so we know exactly what's what. Talking about the engine, the 2022 Ranger includes a 2.0-liter single turbocharged 4-cylinder, which we are hearing will not be changed for the new one either, a bi-turbo diesel, and a 3.0-liter V6 diesel engine. Comparing all these to the F-150s, a 3.5-liter EcoBoost V6 is no match because this V6 can be a challenge for the V8 competitors. We'll call it like we see it. This one seems to be a better option, hands down. We now know exactly why the customers prefer the F-150 over the Ranger, and if the previous models are anything to go by, it's a no. But enough of the technical stuff. Let's get down to comfort. We don't know about you, but when we look at a ride, comfort is the first thing on our minds. While this might not make sense to some, traveling uncomfortably frankly, just isn't for us. We've talked about the rear seats of the 2020 Ranger, and we'd like to say that the F-150 is a much better option. It has better seat quality and has been rated by the customers as well. The cockpit space is also a win for the F-150, standing at 43 inches when matched with the Ranger's 34 inches. We can clearly see why the vehicle is winning this round. Can you imagine a tall person fitting in there? Where should the legs go? Out the window? The cargo space is also a win for the F-150 at 52 cubic feet as compared to the 43 cubic feet of the Ranger. At this point, we feel like the Ranger is not even a car worth considering. I mean, look at all the options out there. The Ranger is literally at the bottom half of our cars to consider list. There's a silver lining though. Ford admits its mistakes made with the Ranger. The faulty car made quite the impression when it first came, with people going gaga over the exterior and just really trying to enjoy the car they had invested in, we believe. But soon after, the flaws started appearing as customers came forward with complaints. One of the representatives has said that the previous flaws would be fixed in the new model, but can we count on what they are saying? Or should we wait to see how the market responds? To be on the safe side, we'd rather stick with the latter. Ain't no parting us from our hard-earned money. While being recalled a few times in the US, the automotive company has gone to another level when it comes to its operations in other countries. This has raised some serious alarms regarding the reliability of the company. In Australia, the company stopped production altogether due to a problem in the fuel injectors. What? What are the customers supposed to do? What customer service is this? To be honest, we wouldn't want our money tied up in something like this. In addition to this, Ford had to recall more than 10,000 Ranger vehicles to fix a problem in the gearbox. Talking about these problems with Ford's global manager for the Ranger, Pratika Maharaj, said, "We're not necessarily very proud of those." Of course you're not. Ford went on to try and fix the problem. The company has said that it is confident the problem will be solved, and we do hope they get it right. But in the meantime, let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let's give it time, see how well it does, and then take a decision. If that would make a difference, we really can't promise. That's a wrap for this video. Would you want to invest in the 2023 Ford Ranger? Would you still be up to buy the all-new Ranger coming out? Let us know in the comments below. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and press that bell icon for more informative videos like this. See you in the next one.